What up, YouTube? Man, we back with another video.
Is the army as challenging or as
No.
scary as
No.
people make it seem?
No. No.
Like anybody could do it if they committed
Right, but it's
pretty much to it.
but it's one of those things, right? Right? It's just you gotta be ready to train your mind to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us are human, right? So all of us in retrospect can be David Goggins. You know what I'm saying? We have the power to reach that level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But our brains don't let us go to that level. We're not willing to do the stuff David Goggins is willing to do.
If you haven't done it, you don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't think you don't think it can be done. So once you do it,
our brains give us those limitations. You know what I'm saying? As humans, we can be Mike Tyson. We can be that vicious. We can be that aggressive. But we don't have the willpower to do it. Mike Tyson does. And that's why he's the Mike Tyson. And we're just regular people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're all humans. You know what I'm saying? We all could, if we trained enough, could be LeBron. But LeBron is LeBron. And we're just KevNKyle.
LeBron is third best basketball player of all time.
Third best?
Yeah.
Hell no. He definitely not out of the top two. So if you want to make him two, that's fine. But third is stretching it.
You don't think so?
Third is stretching it. Yeah.
He could be. He could be four.
Hell no. He could be. That's too far down. You can give him two if you want. You can say Jordan's better. One or two is the spot. But three is crazy.
So I guess we can save this for another video.
Hey, yeah, but sometimes at PT, you might short on yourself. Yeah. That happens.
Facts. Hey, you know what I don't think?
What?
Or something like that? I don't think people in the military should have cell phones.
What? Why?
Look, for a little bit, you didn't have your cell phone, right?
Oh, yeah, basic AIT training.
So, I don't think if you out there on base at all, you should have a cell phone.
Why?
In my opinion, if you go to the military or anything like that, you're no longer a civilian. You're there for a reason. And the bar should be up here.
Why?
The bar should be up here for a reason.
For what reason? What is the reason is what I'm asking you. Not why, what do you think?
No.
Why? What's the reason the bar is set so high?
Because it's all standard. It's all, what's it called? What's the military for? To protect the nation and other countries alike, right?
To protect our democracy.
He can't do that on TikTok. He can't do that on social media. I don't feel like you wanted to go to the army because you wanted to go to the army.
Hell yeah.
Some people, you didn't just go because it'll pay for school, right?
Nah, not necessarily.
Some people do that just because it'll pay for their schooling and stuff.
Yeah.
They got to do the hard stuff too that comes along with it. And then they bounce.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go there, the bar is up here. We should never drop the bar for anybody.
Yeah.
Any kind of person.
But how did the bar get up there is what I'm trying to figure out.
The bar got up here because it's the military. It's the hardest thing in the world to get to.
The military is the hardest thing in the world?
Is what I feel like it should be. So if you're up here, this is the bar.
What about being like an astronaut or a rocket scientist? Or
what do they got to do?
Huh?
What do they got to do?
That would sound harder. They just sound harder.
It's just my elementary school science teacher could have been an astronaut.
Or what's the
We're talking about the military. We're not talking about Blue Origin sending a rocket full of females up for 10 minutes and coming back down.
Yeah.
We're not talking. What is that? We're talking about the military.
Yeah.
This military, this is the bar.
Protect the land of the free.
Protect the land of the free.
Yeah.
Back in the day, obviously because it was back in the day, you had to go to the payphone to call somebody. Yeah. You had to write letters to talk to somebody.
But they was really going to war.
but they was really going to war.
We ain't been to war in a minute.
But like we still kind of do. We got certain battalions or whatever going and doing it. People still overseas.
But we supporting the war. That's what we doing.
People still
we not at war though.
If you're overseas,
yeah. What about
people constantly coming back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Every like 4 months.
It depends. Rotations, deployments, okay. Things
so
like that.
People bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, everybody moving around.
Once you're out there, you should have no
cell phone.
No.
What about calling your family?
Write me a letter.
Write a letter?
No, honestly, who cares?
Don't talk to your family?
Honestly.
So if you're in the military, no communication with your family. It's like CIA or...
No, it's just... Well, I don't know about CIA. I don't know nothing about them, but I'm just saying, like, military, there's a standard, there's a bar. Nothing should ever drop. People should always have to exceed this bar.
Yeah.
If you can't, even if you're 1 point down, like the movie Annapolis. You seen Annapolis? You know Annapolis, the Naval Academy in up north, Ann Arbor?
No, I don't know no Navy. I know West Point.
Anyway, so Annapolis, Navy movie.
Yeah.
The one kid was trying to do the physical, trying to beat the physical. He didn't finish 4 seconds.
Yeah.
He was 4 seconds late.
Yeah.
On the test. Doesn't pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Better luck next time.
Right.
He ended up jumping out his window in his barracks.
Killed himself?
He hurt himself. He survived. But he did it because he didn't get in. That was his only
opportunity to get in?
That was his only opportunity.
They weren't going to let him retest or nothing?
He would have had to wait like another so often.
He was white.
No, he's a black man.
Hell no!
He's a black man.
He wasn't no black man.
It was Tyrese was in the movie, and James Franco. Tyrese was the commander or whatever. He wouldn't allow the other black kid to get in after 4 seconds. Kid was eating Snickers and stuff in his barracks. He was eating bad, but anyways, I feel like that's good because there's that bar.
Yeah,
4 seconds late.
You have a standard.
4 seconds late is 4 seconds late.
You have a standard, and you do gotta meet that standard. But that ain't got nothing to do with you taking your cell phone away, bro.
No, it does. It has everything to do with taking your cell phone away.
The only reason
no outside communication, no TikTok, because I be seeing a lot of people on TikTok in the military, doing some stuff they probably shouldn't be doing in their military get-ups.
Yeah, I that was never me. I don't like being in public in uniform. They be wanting us to like travel like in the airport or stuff. I never like doing that. I never like being on camera in uniform.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
That stuff feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Like when you see people in movies all at the airport in uniform, I'm like, why are you traveling like that? Why are you traveling like that? Bro, they used to want to go to Walmart in uniform. But let me go change.
Yeah. No, but I just think there's a bar. Yeah, we've dropped that bar significantly for multiple different reasons.
And you think it's because of cell phones?
I think cell phones is a big reason.
Moral of the story?
No, I wouldn't say that's the moral, but I think social media is. I think if you give
okay, what about cell phones? No social media.
So like just a call only phone.
Yeah, you email.
FaceTime, email, call only type of deal.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
That make it a little better.
If we want to drop the bar for that, we can drop the bar. But I'm trying to
drop it what bar?
I'm trying to set the bar here. Nothing down can get there.
So
that's how we create the David God.
What about other working people? What about doctors?
I don't care about none of that.
So doctors can have their cell phone.
When they're not on shift. I think if you're working, you shouldn't be on your phone. Now for me, I work, but I be on my phone. That's a different story. I'm not saying
lives are at risk.
Yeah, right. But like,
so if you work at McDonald's, you can be on your phone.
When I worked at McDonald's, I wasn't on my phone, so I was respected. I was respecting you. for the $950 you were giving me, I would.
Hey, bro, he tripping,
no,
bro.
but look, like equal opportunity,
right?
Equal rights.
EO, that's what they call it in the Army. Equal opportunity. EO.
Okay. Women, this was the bar.
Yeah.
Women allowed in the military, they got their own bar. I can see why, but I don't. It shouldn't be like that far.
So should it be one bar? Do the women have to hit that bar too?
I believe so. Because I know that there are outliers. There are people that can be away from the generality, right? Or big words. So I know there are women that can get to that bar. There's a lot of guys that can't get to the bar. But I know there are women that can get to the bar.
Yeah.
So if you drop the bar here, the women that can get to this bar
aren't trying to get there.
Or they could get to here, they can get above the bar, but they're not
trying to reach that next level that they could reach.
There's a little bit of slack in their game.
All right, you're thinking a little bit now.
But if everybody can get to this bar, those people above that bar, top-notch people.
Yeah.
Top of the top people.
Yeah.
Those are the people we send. Those are the people that'll be in charge.
Yeah. You're making a little sense, man.
I'm just,
Y'all go down in the comment sections right now. Tell us about your military experience, bro. Whether you was in the Marines, Coast Guard, you in the Space Force, you in the Navy, you in the Air Force, you in the Army. What else branches they got?
CIA, Navy SEALs.
Oh, that's military?
Green Beret.
Navy SEALs are part. That's all part of those. You don't know.
But there's cool branches. There's
those all type. I think that's all the branches. That might be. But yeah, y'all let us know.
I think I could be a military sniper.
You probably could, bro.
Except for my colorblindness.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I feel like, because I actually have been thinking, like, I could join or something.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you,
I'm colorblind.
We all human, bro.
I'm colorblind, though.
I ain't really get tested to see if I was colorblind, though. How would they know if you don't tell them? I remember we had to do this right here.
If I shoot the wrong target.
Nah. You get pop-up targets, so shoot the one that pops up.
Okay, so like the uniform and stuff. Y'all got different colors and stuff that you gotta wear, like certain occasions or whatever?
Nah, you just got different uniform, PT uniform, and then your OCPs. This is the
everything matches.
That's the one you wear every day.
And nothing like okay.
Yeah, nah, you be straight.
Let's go.
Ain't nobody put no colors in front of me and see if I was colorblind. So if you don't tell them, I don't think they gonna know.
All right.
Appreciate y'all for tuning into another video. I'm Kev. That's Kyle. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, bro. Y'all gotta go down there. Y'all gotta click the like button. Y'all gotta comment. Y'all gotta tell us what you want to watch.
Tell us your favorite military
what
story.
you want to do. Tell us about your military experience. We out, baby.